Welcome to ContractorFraudFixes.com webinar background checks. Our goal in this webinar is to show you how easily accessible important information is available to you at the state and county levels for the process and use in hiring contractors and how best to use that information. If you want more detailed and instructions on how to use it, we encourage you to spend some time and read the book, How to Hire, Manage, and Fire Your Contractor. It gives you really good insight on how to utilize the information that you will discover in this webinar. So let's get on with the example here. If you're at ContractorFraudFixes.com homepage, you want to go to Free Material Resources, click that. Get down to License Verification, click that, and you'll end up right here where we're starting from right now. Scroll down to your state, and what we put together here is the best starting spot from every state that we have discovered, and this will bring you to the license search page for the state of Michigan. Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs oversees over 360 licenses, professional licenses in the state of Michigan. You're going to search by name, but you have other options, license number or license type and location. So you know the names of your company before you call them out to your house, or they're already working in your home. You can do an individual search, or you can do by company name and DBA, doing business as. So we're going to select search by individual. I know I'm in the system, so I'm going to show you and show you my background information and use myself as the example here. And I'm under residential builders. So as it's searching, realize that if you see abbreviations, they usually have an index or a phone number you can call and get some explanations off of the data you're reading. Now, the search results are in. I hold a maintenance and alteration individual license. Okay, more on that later. My license number. The address. So if you have two Acme building companies, you can figure out which one you're going to be talking to. Status. It's active and enforcement action, none. Real important. If they show a link, click on it. See what else the state is sharing with you. They generally share background information, history, and that should be popping up. Here we go. I'm the owner. My specialty is painting and decorating. I'm not a builder. I hold a builder's license in painting and decorating. It's active since 1979. That verifies my information and my sales presentation in all of my ads since 1979. Now you can click through. Another link here shows you the status and history. It'll pop up in a second. And the state of Michigan is showing records going back to 1986. I'll scroll down here just to show you. I'm not leaving anything out. Okay? And it shows a lapse in 2007. That's a red flag. You don't want to ignore that. You want to find out what's going on. Did I go to prison? Did I leave the state? Something happened in 2007 with my company. So you would inquire about that. How you inquire, there's a certain way you're going about it to ream the best information so that you turn around and are setting traps for contractors who are trying to trick you. They'll trip up. Trust me, they will. Most of them do. And so you're seeing that there was a lapse in 2007. What you might do, I go into more detail in the book, call me up. Say, it shows that you've been in business in 1979, but what happened in 2007, your license lapsed. And hear what I have to say about it. Now, what I would tell you is that because of state law, I had to license my corporation. So I'm going to do a new search here, and I'm going to show you that type of search, and I would give you my license number for my corporation. So we're going to search by license number this time. and we'll enter in the number into the system, and let's see if I got that right there. Do a quick search, and it'll verify what I tell you over the phone. Carms Painting Service, Inc. It was required in the state of Michigan starting in 2008 that license holders, that a corporation that was licensed had to have at least one officer of the corporation hold an individual license. They did this to give the consumer additional protection. They kind of pierced the corporate veil so that corporation could not circumvent the rules and regulations that govern licensed contractors. Enforcement action none, status active. So you got more information, you go here and it'll show you the history going to 2006, and that's when the corporation started up. So once I tell you that, you can actually verify my corporate papers here, and you'll see that information. Bingo, right there. 2006, expires 2014. Specialty, painting and decorating. This is important. If I was selling you a roofing job, you wouldn't look at my bid. If I start running ads instead of Carms Painting Service, Inc., and I start calling it Carms Construction Services or Carms Painting and Construction, you would find out I'm only licensed in painting and decorating. This is a great tool to help you discover red flags before you trust anybody, before you even invite them out to your home. Now, here's some other quick sites I want to show you what's going on here in the state of Michigan. Michigan.gov. Their corrections department will allow you to search anybody's name. More information, the better results or accurate results you'll get. Offender tracking information system. Now we're going to search this, and what this does is it tells you if I have been in and currently am in the correction system of the state of Michigan. It shows 0 records matched. That means I am not a parolee. I am not on work release at the state level. This does not cover, and that's one thing real important, when you find these search links online, that you understand exactly what you're searching. Okay? Now here's the Michigan Public Sex Offender Registry, State Police, Michigan.gov. Okay? Now, they made it a little bit more difficult to use. They put this spam blocker here. So you got to enter this before you get to the good stuff. And you have to claim that you read the disclaimer and you agree to the terms. They don't want anybody abusing the information on the system. And they just kicked me back in here, so bear with me while I do this as quickly as possible. And we're going to put in my information and you'll get that background check on me also. These are all free. They're there to strengthen the power of the consumer. You already paid for it in your taxes. So why not use it? If you have men in your home, you find out their names, their estimated age between plus or minus 5 years, and you can do a search on them and make sure you're keeping your family safe. You want to do this before you invite them out. Do this even on referrals. Here we go. A public sex offender registry, no matches found. Okay. Another site I want to jump over to is the Internet Criminal History Access Tool. Michigan State Police. Michigan.gov. That's how you get to this. And this is a site charges you $10. Put it on the charge. All felonies and serious misdemeanors that are punishable by 93 days are in this search system. 83 Michigan counties report it. Word of caution. You do not know how long it takes for each county to submit their records. Even if it's supposed to happen right away, doesn't mean that it did. These are just free resources or low-costing resources that homeowners can take to protect themselves as best as possible. Now, if you wanted to find out more information, you got to go a different route to search under 93 days. But these tools that I'm showing you for the links that get you to the search engines that tell you who people are, how long they've been in business. This is so important, especially if somebody's telling you that they were a licensed builder in Michigan and now they're working down in Florida, or the latest disaster area that the country suffered and there's a lot of insurance claims. You can now go to the state websites provided by contractorfraudfixes.com and link over there and start your search at little or no cost to you. Now we're going to ask you, if you're supporting our efforts here, that as you go through your discovery process and you find a great link like the ones I've showed you here for the offender tracking information system, the public sex offender registry for your state, please send those links over to us at office@contractorfraudfixes.com. Really would appreciate your support, and we hope that you benefit and found this webinar useful. Thank you.